Well, good afternoon and welcome back to part 3 of this little mountain painting we're doing. We left off last week doing the tree on the right hand side. That's this tree here. By this time, the painting is nice and dry, but I'm go back and retouch up a few things that needs to be done. There's a little ridge right here. Right here, I'm going to use the pencil, that could be a little bit darker. Right here, I'm coming down, if you could see it. Now, on TV, it may look a little bit better than what it does in person, but I'm going to take the script liner brush, and I'm just going to go into a little bit of the burnt sienna, Van Dyke brown, just a little bit. And right here it looks a little bit good, but I'm just gonna make it a little rough. You probably see a difference, right? It just will. It brings it. It will bring out that formation of this mountain just a little bit more. As you see, I'm taking my time. I could hurry up and do it, but some reason I just don't want to hurry up. I'm shaking my hand because I just don't want it to look like a straight line. I want it to look a little bit like a rock and shaping it, and there you go. Oop, that's a little bit too much water. That's okay. I'm going to do it down with the brush. There you go. There. Let me see. See, it just brings that out just a little bit. Just that little bit. I looked at it and I say I could do it better. And the same thing, I'm going to go up here. And there's one more ridge I want to do the same way. This ridge, whoop, I got some water right here. That's fine. Right here, I'm going to follow this ridge right here. It's between the trees, but there is another section right here of mountain. There, yeah, you can see it better now, even on TV. The other thing I'm going to do is there's a part right here. This part here is very thick in one spot, but then I worked it down a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do, these are trees behind it, so I can't do too much with the trees, with that tree, some of those trees, but I'm just going to bring it down more to give it the top a little bit more shape and make it look more like dirt coming down. And sometimes that's what all you have to do is take your time, see what's there, and do adjustments. Now down on this tree here, this bottom of this tree, I'm going to erase some of this. I'm going to get rid of some of this rough green and bring it down to this green here. See? I'm going to shape it to be almost, it's going to be almost, it is going to be like a hill, a slope. And it's going to be behind this one a little bit. There's a reason I'm going to, sometimes when you have a little slope, and it's not flat, you give another layer, another detail. And it's just the way how you just hold your brush. Just bring your brush down. Yeah. Okay. This tree is a lot of green on here, and I got a couple of tree branches here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the water, and I'm gonna open up my brushes. That's a little bit too watery. There you go. I don't want it too watery. Something like that. Then I'm gonna go into some yellow. It may be a little bit more watery than I want it to be, but that's okay. There was some yellow. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue. There you go. A little bit of blue. A little bit more. Something like that. Then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the red. A little bit more of the red. There you go. A little bit more yellow, and a little bit more blue. I can even use the darker blue. There you go. And a little bit more red. There. And this on some of this tree, well, I'm just gonna skip. This is what you call skipping a brush. I'm just gonna come around, and I'm just gonna skip. It's going to show some of the green. It's going to show some of the red. There. Then I'm going to go back into the green. I'm going to make a little bit more green, heavier green. There you go. A little bit of blue. There we go. And then a little bit more of the red. There. I want the red to pop up a little bit more. There. And right here, I'm just going to add a little bit more red to that. There. There, it just gives it a different flavor, gives it a different texture, gives it a little bit more color to it. The other thing is when you do a tree, you don't want the trees to be the same height. This one's a little bit higher. And it looks a little bit different than this tree here. If you have both trees the same height, it just looks funny. So that's why I got the orange here. It breaks away because I got no orange on this tree, no red, and this tree goes up a little higher. At the same time, last week we put some tree trunks on this part in the middle. So once again, I'm going to go into the yellow, and a little bit of blue, a little bit more blue. I want that a little bit more. There you go. A little bit more bluish. Yeah, a little bit more blue. Okay. And just on some of these here, with this, just some of these trees here, I'm just going to add this a little bit. So I'm going to skip a little branches onto them, something like that. A little bit further away, so something like that. It just gives it a little bit more. I was thinking about just removing it, but I'm just going to keep it like that. Down here on the ground, I'm going to pick up some burnt sienna. I love burnt sienna. And oil watercolor is just a beautiful, beautiful color. And I'm going to add some ground in between some of this. Here, come up. Bring some between this grass. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to go and do some Van Dyke brown. And I'm just going to go in the add a little bit of Van Dyke brown to this. We could add a little bit more later, and could even have some dark. It just represents dirt. That's our ground. Some sand, dirt. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay, there we go. So we got some mountains, we got some hills. I'm gonna go into my script liner brush. Where's my script liner? There we go. I'm gonna go back and some of this brown. Now you see when you do the middle ground, they will tell you don't go back into it. I do, but I do it in a way where I go and I take my time, and I know if I want to erase it, thin it out, I could do it. But right here, I want to add a little bit more darker to this one little. I'm gonna clean up the brush. Then I'm gonna take this brush, the 1/4 inch, and I'm gonna take all the water out. I'm going to do a dry brush on this one. And I'm just going to dry brush it down. There. There. It just gives it a little bit more onto that. Then I'm going to go and get some of this green. And I'm just going to add a little bit more darker green right here to come down. That's all. It just gives it that feel of more dark to it. I don't know if I do this way, you probably won't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to add a little bit more dark green. It's just right here. It's just on the tip of the brush. Just on the tip of the brush almost. And I'm just touching it. I'm just coming down right on that little edge. I'm just bringing it down. There. There you go. That's all, just to break it up a little bit. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, this picture is just about done. So what I'm on, we probably will go into the 4th show. But the less I do, less that a person does on any painting. Sometimes you see more the details, you see the beauty. Sometimes I put a lot into a painting for you to see what you could do. You know, I try to move things around, I try to take away, I try to add. This way is, you could use your own idea of what you like, what you don't like, what will work for you, what may not work for you. And that's sometimes I will push a painting to the limits. So please, this is why I do things. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of brown. I'm gonna go back to my script liner brush. And I'm gonna go right into some of the brown. And this adds a couple of stones right here. There. Okay. Add a stone here. You don't want all your stones to look the same. Take another one. Oh, let's put a big one up here. Big one. There. This is a big one. They don't have to always be the same color, but here goes one that's almost sticking up. There you go. Could be a jaggy one too. Look at that. It's a big one. Big jaggy one. I got 9 minutes. This one I'm gonna bring down more. There's a reason why I'm gonna do this. Yep. There we go. Right here. Keep it like that. Just for now. Just for now. I'm gonna get a little bit of black. I got a little bit of black here. And for this one, I'm gonna add just some black too to it. Just to add a little bit of shadows. Whoops. That's a bit too thick. Too dark. There you go. Just add just a little bit dark here and there. Just to break it up. Some highlights, some shadows. There we go. Some areas could be a little darker. There we go. Let's bring this one down. There. There we go. There. Yeah, something like that. Take a little bit of black. Some, could be two different kinds of rocks. There we go. See that? Get a little bit black to add some up here. It's just to highlight, take away the highlights, shadows. This is the highlight on this side anyway, so there. If you want to add some more to the mountains, we could add some. Whoops, that's a bit too hard. You know, we could add some here. There. There. Just work it. I'm going to take the brush. Oh. See? Something like that even. Got 6 minutes. I'm going to just make up a couple more stones. Going to the black, going to some orange. Maybe put a flat one here. There. There's a flat one here. All different shapes, all different. Going to some heights, going to some black, add some shadows. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to some brown. And I'm just going to add some land right here. There we go. Get rid of some of that horizon line. Pick up the. Just going to move that around some. There. There's not all that strict. And there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's going to work out good. Good. We got 5 more minutes. Okay. I'm not going to put nothing back there. I'm not going to put nothing back there because it's just coming in. I'm going to work out for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to work out some of this. Go right into some of this green, some yellow, some blue. There we go. I didn't want to be that watery, so I'm going to take up a little bit of water. And I'm just going to bring this down more. Add a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit. Light to that one. There we go. Still a little bit watery. There's a bit yellow to it, maybe some highlight, some sun is sitting there. Yeah, that's all. Got 4 minutes. Now, bring this down. Some of this straighten out. Okay. There we go. I got 3 minutes to do some, so we're going to add some water to this. We'll keep on adding some water to this and some later. But right around here, this is the part I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take some blue. This is start it up. And right here, whoops. I'm gonna get my finger, I'm just gonna move that around, get some, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna get some clean blue, see, there we go. Got 2 minutes. I'm just gonna start adding a little bit of water here. I'll go around that. I'll go around that. Got 2 minutes. There we go. Go back. It's clean. Go off the page. This way I know it's over. Now, when you do water, you want to save some of the white, because the white is the what it says the ripples and. I'm gonna finish the show while I'm finished this one part. But while I'm doing that right here, I left this here because I'm gonna bring this down. If I could do it gently, without doing too much, I wanted this to look like the reflection. So that's why I brought it down. Now, if it doesn't come out the way I want it, I am going to make it look the way I want it to be. So I'm just going to come down. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the brown. And I'm going to touch it. I'm just going to come down with it. Now you see a reflection is darker than the... So I am going to try to make this part a little bit darker. So right now I want to thank everybody for coming. And once again, I will see you again next week while I'm doing this part here. Thank you and have a good weekend, good week.